Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name's Aid and in this video I'm going to show you how to repair and reinstall the front window regulator on a 2006 Maserati Quattroporte using an aftermarket repair kit that will save you hundreds of pounds. So this is my third video in the series to repair the window regulator. My first video shows how to remove the door card. The second shows how to remove the window regulator. If you want to see these videos then please see the link to the playlist in the description below. So after removing the window regulator from the door, I'll start by removing the windscreen motor from the track. This I do by unscrewing these two screws using a Torx bit and ratchet. Inspecting the window regulator assembly, I see that the carriages on both tracks, which are the white pieces indicated by the arrows, are unbroken and that the four wire ends can be refitted correctly. A common fault, especially on earlier OEM assemblies, is that a piece of the plastic on the carriage breaks, as indicated by the red arrow. The blue arrow shows how good parts should look. With this piece of plastic broken, the wire detaches from the carrier, and with the assembly no longer under tension, the wire gets snarled up inside the plastic wheel inside the motor housing, damaging both the wire and the plastic wheel. So as the carriages look good, I think the issue could be that the plastic wheel inside the motor housing has broken down, or a wire has jumped off the wheels on one of the ends of the tracks. Although the plastic carriages look fine, I'll replace both with new ones, along with the cables and the plastic wheel that comes as part of the kit. I unscrew this third screw using a Torx bit and ratchet. Next I use a lever to lever off the cover. Using a flathead screwdriver, I carefully lever out the plastic wheel, ensuring that I don't damage the plastic. Inspecting the wheel, I can see that the grooves that guide the wire and the wire itself are damaged. Using a degreaser, I remove the old grease before applying new to lubricate the plastic on plastic parts. The window regulator repair kit contains two new wires, two new carriages and a new plastic wheel. It doesn't come with a third wire because only two connect to the plastic wheel in the motor housing, so the third wire is rarely damaged when the assembly fails. As you can see here, the third wire is in situ. Note how the plastic ends fit into the holes in the end of the tracks. For this video I'm replacing each of the two carriages. I remove them by rotating 90 degrees before sliding them off the track. To remove the metal piece from the plastic carriage, I use a flathead screwdriver to apply light pressure to the retaining clip while sliding the metal piece off, being careful not to apply too much pressure to the retaining clip as they're not that strong and they can easily snap off. I remove the end of the cable from the carriage and insert it into the new carriage. Next, I slide the metal piece into the carriage and refit it onto the track. Taking the new cable that doesn't have a plastic end, I first insert the wire end piece in the carriage before looping it around the white plastic piece at the end of the track and pushing the end of the cable housing into it. I then take the second new cable with the plastic end, insert the wire end piece into the carriage and loop the wire around the wheel at the end of the track. Taking the new wheel, I insert the end of the wire that's fitted onto the white end piece on the track. It's a tight fit, so I lightly tap it in place with a hammer and punch. I turn the wheel over and insert the other end of the wire. Ensure that the wire ends don't protrude over the face of the wheel, or they'll damage the plastic as the wheel rotates. With the wire end secured, I now wind the wires tightly in opposite directions. The guides on the wheel only allow you to wind the wire in the correct direction. Now for the more difficult bit. Holding the wire securely in place and under tension, I insert the end of each wire containing the springs into the holes in the cover. Taking a flathead screwdriver, I insert it through the hole in the wheel and into the hole of the cover. I then use it as a lever to pull the wheel into place. It's vitally important that the wires sit correctly on the guides of the wheel. Here you can see me making some final adjustments using the screwdriver before testing it by moving the carriage up and down the track. I line up the holes of the motor to the cover before pushing the gear into the plastic wheel. I then insert the first screw before fastening it to the track using the other two screws. And here's the finished assembly. Remember, this is a regulator for the front left window. The front right is an identical mirror image of this. It's now time to fit the window regulator assembly in the car. I do this by carefully inserting the track with the motor first, followed by the opposite track. I then fasten the window regulator with the 4 nuts using a socket and wrench. Next, I refit the electrical plug to the window regulator motor. For the next step, it's important that the carriages, and in particular the metal pieces with the holes that connect the window, are accessible. If, when you've fitted the window regulator, they aren't, you'll need to connect all three of these connectors back to your door card, put the ignition on and use the window up and down buttons to get them into position. Once in position, you can then turn off the ignition and remove the door card again. With the carriages now in position, I carefully lower the glass. After aligning the threaded holes in the window glass to the hole in the metal piece on the carriage, I insert the bolts at both ends. I use a spanner on one bolt and a socket and ratchet on the other. I use some silicone lubricant to lubricate the tracks, the wheels and the carriages. Finally, I refit the door card, which is a reversal of the removal. And that's the window regulator repair job complete, and I've got a working window again. If you like the video, found it useful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos, then please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. Thanks for watching, see you next time, cheers.